Hey guys, welcome. Let's talk, please, about the new moon in Taurus. Today is the 11th of May, 2021. This new moon happens at 21 degrees Taurus at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time. At the time of this new moon, the moon and sun are conjunct, and they're sextiling Neptune. Okay, so this is about our selfness and our feelingness, right, as we delve into our unconsciousness, right? Giving us an opportunity to really feel into our ideals, our intuition. Right, we talked about this week as being an I feel, therefore I am. With the sun and moon sextiling Neptune, that's really a beautiful theme. I feel, therefore I am. Now, there are a lot of Saturn aspects that happen at the time of this new moon. Saturn is at 13 Aquarius, getting ready to move retrograde on the 23rd. So Saturn at this time sextiles Mars, trines the North Node in Mercury, and squares Uranus, and also sextiles Chiron. Now, Saturn is about rules and boundaries and restrictions, right? And how you create your own rules and boundaries and restrictions, and how you then do not have to be bound by others' rules, boundaries, and restrictions. The other thing that I will tell you is that I always say the only thing that Saturn can use against you is the stuff that you have left laying around, right? So when we leave things undone, Saturn hands them back to us. And if we don't pick them up and deal with them willingly, Saturn gets a little more strenuous until he cannot be ignored, right? Consequence, karma. So right now, our movement forward is being challenged, right? We're being gifted in the areas of communication and our long-term destiny, our fate, our mission. And this whole year, of course, we're dealing with that Saturn-Uranus square, all right, which is that dynamic tension, that balance, the way that we're able to utilize our own rules, boundaries, and restrictions in the ways that we allow change to happen in our lives. And, you know, as creatures of change, sometimes we have rules that have to be changed, right? Nothing is stagnant. Only mosquitoes love stagnation. So we have to be open to those things, those changes, those shifts. And again, if we're not willing to put them into place, Uranus will make sure that they are put into place for us. So that Chiron involvement also creates kind of an opportunity for us to work with our own healing, right? Our state of healedness or unhealedness, giving us an opportunity to kind of rebuild, right, our own patterns and rules from a place of whether or not we have done that work and created from healing, or whether we have recreated from our unhealedness, right? So it's all about doing the work. Also, Chiron is squaring Mars, right? Chiron squaring Mars is about whether or not we're able to move forward. How are we going to move toward our own healing? Or how are we going to drag our unhealthy patterns along with us? However, we do have, Chiron is also sextile Saturn and the North Node in Mercury. So we really have an opportunity to speak our own healing, to identify within our own healing. And so it's an opportunity to balance all of those energies, right? We're talking about cardinal sign energy, fixed sign energy. And so as we have that Aries Chiron, right, squaring that Cancer Mars. This is an opportunity to really move from a solid foundation of home, right? How do you order your life? What are the ideas that shape your destiny, and how are you communicating them? How are you communicating from them? How are you drawing them into motion? Yeah, I saw it. And so there's just a lot going on. In addition, well, we'll roll through here and talk about that in a minute. So, of course, new moons are about intention, right? So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is this beautiful ability to juggle, right? And hold fast to your knowingness of your resources, right? Pentacles are earth energy. So we have a new moon in Taurus. This is about resource. And as we know very well, resource is tangible or intangible. It's about what you hold in your hand, what you hold in your heart, what you hold in your soul, what you hold in your mind. And so this is about being solid, right? Being able to juggle your own resource, your state between intangible and tangible, regardless of what's going on in the background. Right? Especially since this new moon is sextiling Neptune. Sometimes there is a tendency to allow ourselves to be awash, right? We have Mars in Cancer right now. And so we might feel like we're wading through, hip deep water. The key here is Seven of Pentacles is about experimenting, right? It's about having tried things and experimented with different ways to be, different opportunities, different options. And this is about having planted, waiting, right? I have sown my seeds, my energy. Now I'm waiting for this return, and I am perfectly capable of waiting for what I know is coming. We got the Eight of Wands in the Tower, right? This is, like I said, we have that opportunity with Saturn in conjunct Mars and Chiron squaring Mars. And then Saturn, of course, squaring Uranus to blow the doors off of everything that has been in our lives. All those places that are not working for us, right? Where we feel like we're working against ourselves. We get to allow them to just explode. We get to allow them to transform, right? A lot of people don't like the Tower card. I love it. I think it's wonderful in terms of cataclysmic destruction, right? Which leads you to the opportunity to rebuild in whatever way you like. And when you're talking about rapid forward motion in terms of the Tower, sometimes we need that Uranian shock of cataclysm in order that we can create and recreate and create and recreate, right? Shiva consciousness is a real thing. And with all of this Chiron involvement, this is about really being able to create from our healed selves. It's about digging into where we want to create our new boundaries, our new restrictions, our new habits, right? Saturn is what we do every single day. Saturn is what we do every single day, right? How we get there. We got the Seven of Cups and Judgment. Seven of Cups, right? This is a card of, it can be a card of illusion, it can be a card of fantasy, but it can also be a card of options, right? And as this new moon is sextiling Neptune, I feel, therefore I am, right? So again, we're talking about ideals, your intuition, about really not being bound to what has been, but really being able to contemplate what could be. And it's quite lovely to have Judgment, right, along with the Tower, because Judgment is about renewal, rebirth. It's about allowing our options to pare down. It's about allowing things to be released. It's about allowing our old states to morph into something new. And as we have this giant destruction and we're going to move forward, we might as well move forward to something wonderful and beautiful, right? This is about divine guidance too, about cutting through the nonsense, about cutting through the illusion. You know, Neptune can be about illusion, but Neptune can also be about divine guidance and divine love. And those are things that we can choose to embody as we restructure and reorder and choose what we're going to intend in our lives. We can choose this higher order. Finally, we have the Chariot and the Lovers. So the Chariot is about balanced forward motion, right? This is the card of Cancer, and so we have Mars and Cancer here all over the place. And then we have the Lovers. Again, we have this card of the divine, right? Divine intervention, divine opportunity, right? So the Chariot is about balanced forward motion, and what that means is that as we move forward, we have to be balanced, right? Chariots move forward under the power of two horses, and so if you're imbalanced on one side, you're going to end up going in a circle. But if you're balancing your forward motion, progress, 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 it doesn't matter how slowly you go, you're still going to get where you need to be, right? And the Chariot is really holding that emotion space in the center of what you're headed towards. And that's beautiful at a time of Cancer in Mars, because Cancer is about home. It's about family, its roots, its origins, its feeling. And it really embodies that sense of home. And as we have that clarified by the Lovers, you know, the Lovers are definitely a card of divine union. They're definitely a card of heart comfort, right? They're also a card of decision and choice. And they're also, it's about divine guidance with your choices. So as long as you're moving from heart space, your divine guidance is not bound or limited by illusion. Instead, you get to witness how to move forward no matter what the consequences are, because you are in that space of being balanced, right, in terms of what's inner and outer, and knowing that you have done all the work to plant those seeds that are going to carry you to the places that you both intend and are intended, right, to end up. These are important, right? It's all important. At the time of this new moon, this is a big deal. Jupiter moves into Pisces on Thursday, and then the Sun will move into Gemini, right? And this is all in this moon cycle. So Saturn goes retrograde on the 23rd. We have a full moon in Sag on the 26th, right? Allowing us to deepen into that experience of what we're intending now. Mercury goes retrograde on the 29th. You know, and Mercury is conjunct the North Node right now at this time of this new moon. So really, again, we have the opportunity to speak into creation those things that we are intending. So really be mindful. And then Venus is going to move into Cancer on the 2nd of June, allowing us to dive even deeper into that energy of home and love and beauty and comfort. And at this particular new moon right now, Jupiter is at 29 degrees of Aquarius, really creating our idea of expansion as part of the collective, which is a beautiful thing, right? It's about that actuated self as something larger, as part of the greater, of not needing to just be concerned with our own journey, but being concerned with, as we heal ourselves, all that Chiron involvement, we heal everything, right? We heal everything. And then our next new moon on June the 10th, in Gemini will have 29-degree Mars in Cancer. And so again, this will be a beautiful time to really witness how you are embodying the choices that you're making now about where your home is, right? I feel, therefore I am. This is a beautiful Cancer theme. I feel, therefore I am. And so, you know, I always kind of say the same thing. If you're leading with your heart and your alignment, you're always in business. So we have the drum here. Let's see what we've got. The rhythm of the drum tunes you to the beating heart of the universe. Its wooden frame links you to the trees and helps you journey to the lower world via the roots and the upper world through its branches. Well, that's beautiful, given our Taurus New Moon talking about internal and external resources, tangible and intangible resources, right? We are all and both at the same time. The drum skin gives the shaman the powers of the animal kingdom. Striking the drum calls forth the power of thunder and the rumbling of the earthquake. Well, of course, we have the tower here. The drum invites a trance state where healing and prophecy happen. The drum invites you to take the next bold step in your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you, supporting effortless action. This is not a time to push against the river. The current will take you exactly where you want to go once you jump in. Collect your power tools and summon your courage, because it's going to be a wild and glorious journey. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is really essential in your life, right? You know what's at the heart of it all, because you've spent time making the choices, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. And now the divine is calling you forward. You travel to the beat of a different drum. It's time to acknowledge you don't fit into a mold or a role or a relationship that is not in tune with you. Find your rhythm. Respond to the heartbeat of the distant drum. The price you pay for lingering becomes higher with each passing day. Now is the time to move on. So look here, y'all. Right? Allow yourself to be called forth. Love wins, right? And as long as you're moving with that rhythm of love, right? With that beckoning, right? Of the higher self, of the higher octaves of Neptune, right? Not getting caught up in the illusion, but really listening to that higher vibration of Neptune as it pulls you forward with this new moon energy in Taurus. You have the opportunity to create something beautiful, something brand new, something in line with who and what you are. You feel, therefore you are, right? Get those heart intentions down at this beautiful Taurus new moon. Really dig into the sensuous nature of this energy. Feel your way through it, right? Knowing that that balance is yours. It's always been yours. And as long as you're not distracted, you'll always end up in the right place. Blessings, guys. We'll talk about Jupiter moving into Pisces. Yeah. Happy new moon. Big blessings. Till next time.